Hello everybody, so here is Black Angel again, and I'm here to talk to you about something that I've been thinking a lot about recently. So, what is this about? So, there is this sentence that keeps going around on the web. I keep meeting it everywhere, both in Italian and in English, and it really seems like something that is worth looking at. And it's a sentence by Carl Jung that says, "What did you do as a child that made the hours pass like minutes? Herein lies the key to what you should be doing in your worldly pursuits." Now, I want to share this and I want to share my thoughts about this thing. Let me close the image a moment. Because I think it's very important for anyone's path of personal growth. So, why is it so important? First of all, there is a social psychology matter that is we tend to categorize ourselves according to the things that we enjoy the most. So, like, for example, someone that loves economy and marketing and all that kind of stuff is probably going to categorize themselves as an economist, or someone that is into psychology like me, or that loves psychology, can categorize themselves as a psychology nerd or a life coach or a psychologist according to what they're doing. So that's a very important thing because it's part of our personality and how we build our personality. So, but here there's a little bit more to it than actually just the personality thing that is bound to whatever it is that we like doing. And it says actually to think of that thing that made ours pass like minutes. So it's actually something that makes us happy. So that's where my thoughts started. So, what is that thing that you enjoy the most doing? What is that thing that makes you happy? What is that thing that you really enjoy doing? So, aside from the things that actually make up our personal path of career, our career path, our studies or lack thereof, aside from that part, that is not what typology is actually about. There is other things that actually are hidden behind that sentence. Well, there is a part of our personality assets that actually make up for an entire category of behaviors. So, what is that thing that you actually really felt comfortable doing when you were a child? Obviously, this video is more addressed to those who have difficulties finding their personality type and picking their personality type. So, what was that thing that actually made you happy? So, the first example that comes to mind is extroverted intuition. So, when an extroverted intuition dominant thinks of this concept, they should think of something that involves coming up with random ideas, with bazillions of random ideas. So, basically, brainstorming. So whatever an ENTP or an ENFP comes up with when it comes to what makes them happy, it will have to do with generating random ideas. Whereas when it comes to an extroverted sensing dominant, it's going to be something about leadership roles in some way. So being in charge, giving orders, being on top of something, or in some way, yeah, managing and organizing people around them in some way. That's going to be extroverted sensing's focus. So conquering, leading, that's what will make extroverted sensing dominance happy. So whatever it is that you actually enjoy doing, it has to be something related to what makes you happy. So, sorry, I was thinking and I got caught up in my thoughts. So, what I wanted to say is that whatever makes you happy is going to describe your dominant function, basically. That's the core of it. Um, some sociologist experts, some researchers in socionics, like Filatova, for example, say that the thing goes so far as to your dominant function being that thing that actually makes up your motto. So what is your motto? What is that thing that you keep repeating people that comes to mind first to tell people? For example, an ESFP might tell people will is power, or follow your will, do what you want. That's what extroverted sensing would sound like. Or an introvert thinking dominant might constantly say, this is illogic, this is illogic, this has to be logic. They're going to call up on logic constantly. An introverted feeling type will probably call up on your feelings, like listen to your heart, do what your heart tells you. That's going to be an introverted feeling type. Extroverted feeling might sound like others come first. Do everything it takes to make others happy. That's something extroverted feeling would say. I'm going to stop with this, but anyway, you caught the drift, and you know you understand what I'm talking about. So that's what Filatova thinks, and that actually relates pretty well with whatever it is that makes us happy doing. Because if you think about it, when you say something like "listen to your heart," you're telling people something. If you're an introverted feeling type, you're telling people something that makes you feel right with your conscience and good with yourself. So that's what you think would make also others feel good about themselves. That the same applies for every other example that I brought up. Like, for example, will is power. When an extroverted feeling type tells you will is power, do what you want, um, persevere, never back down. That kind of thing for an extroverted sensing, sorry, type, is what makes them feel good about themselves. If they've done whatever it takes, if they've never backed down, if they've followed their will, if they've applied all of their determination, then they're going to be happy and fulfilled. Otherwise, they won't. So what is that thing that makes hours pass like minutes? So what is that thing that doesn't cause you distress, that doesn't feel boring, that doesn't make you feel you're going out of yourself, of your personality, of who you are? That's what Carl Jung is attempting to tell us. We should never forget that even if Carl Jung was, on a general basis, involved in psychological and psychiatric studies, he was particularly focused on personality, and his categorization of personality types was more revolved towards the realm of personality traits than actually anything having to do with normal categorizations of the person, like social categorization, like could be being a psychologist versus being a liberal or a conservative or anything else. I think this is everything I have to say about this topic. I hope it helped, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.